The Dalai Lama goes to Washington. Bush publicly honors him. A slap in the face to China. Next on Global Pulse. The Dalai Lama is revered as a worldwide symbol of freedom and peace, except in China. This week in China, the National Congress gathered as Chinese state-sponsored CCTV shows.
The theme of the Congress is to hold high the great banner of socialism with Chinese characteristics, follow the guidance of Deng Xiaoping theory, and the important thought of three represents.
The timing couldn't be worse. As President Hu Jintao spoke, the Dalai Lama was in Washington, D.C., where he was to receive the Congressional Medal of Honor. As ABC reports, the very public honor was a first, and also made a political statement.
U.S. presidents have met privately with the Dalai Lama for years, but it wasn't until today that any of them had lent the prestige of the office to a public event in his honor.
The sensitivity surrounding this event is all about China, which views the Dalai Lama as a political problem. He was driven into exile when China invaded Tibet a half-century ago, and he has fought for Tibetan autonomy ever since.
This recognition will bring tremendous joy and encouragement to the Tibetan people. I believe it is vital for China to have transparency, rule of law, and freedom of information.
I will continue to urge the leaders of China to welcome the Dalai Lama to China. They will find this good man to be a man of peace and reconciliation.
Reconciliation is the last thing China wants with the exiled leader. As Chinese state-sponsored Asia Today reports, their views on the Dalai Lama won't change despite the award.
China views the Dalai Lama as a separatist who wants to separate Tibet from the motherland. It has warned the U.S. that honoring the Dalai Lama will jeopardize Sino-U.S. relations.
I have on several occasions urged the U.S. side to cancel such arrangements and stop interfering in China's internal affairs. The words and deeds of the Dalai Lama in the past show that he is engaged in secessionist activities under the camouflage of religion.
China says it allows Tibetans to practice their religion. But as the Lehrer NewsHour reports, that freedom has its limits.
Tibetan monks visiting Tiananmen Square. China says they're free to practice their religion, but not to follow the Dalai Lama. Their tour guide wasn't happy when we asked what he thought of the Congressional Medal. Round the corner, in the Tibet room of the Great Hall of the People, a delegation from the Tibet Communist Party.
Dalai Lama is someone who doesn't love his motherland and splits his country. Then he's welcomed by certain countries and receives medals. We're very angry. This is a rude interference in China's internal affairs. We strongly oppose this. We're furious.
China's fury is being felt as it pulled out of a critical UN Security Council meeting. President Bush says he hopes this award won't hurt U.S.-Chinese relations, but it already has. For Global Pulse, this is Erin Coker.
This program is brought to you by Link TV for educational and non-commercial use only. Link TV is the only US network dedicated to global and national news, uncompromising documentaries, and diverse cultural programs. Programs which connect you to the world.